Who is that one person in your life who's always been there for you, to push you, to make you great, and never lose sight of your dreams? Is it a parent, a teacher, a guidance counselor, or even an administrator? For me, it's my coaches. I would not be able to stand here today to receive this honor, this privilege of being a state champion. It is with great acceptance that I say thank you to them. I hope, like myself, everyone listening can be able to find someone in their life, no matter what stage you're at, to help you, push you, and be there for you. Love them like family, unconditionally. But never forget who you are. Coach Danielle, I would like to start with. She has taught me that running is a bad thing. Trust me, the 3-mile runs, the 9-mile runs, she always had the mentality that it's what made us great. I honestly just think she thought we were obese, fat, and out of shape. I'm going to be honest. That's what I thought. But I'm standing in front of you today, knowing that I'm a champion, and being proud and honored to have these coaches be there for me, push me to be the greatest I can possibly become. Now, with that being said, I couldn't talk about Coach Danielle all the time. But Coach Turner is a man who taught me to love the game unconditionally, play with respect for my opponents, and never, ever walk off the court with your head down. Walk off as if you're a champion, a winner. Never think for a second that you couldn't have beat that person. Walk off thinking of the next step. How can I fix this in practice? What are some steps I'm going to take? I can sit here now and tell you that I had this conversation with Coach Turner several times. And it almost happened to me at the state tournament at the finals. I walked off the court in the last match thinking I got lucky. But you're thinking, why was I thinking I got lucky? Well, I forgot one rule that Coach Turner told me. Never walk on the court with arrogance. Optimism is key to winning. Arrogance is the key to losing. That was his ingredients to winning. And I took that personally. I walked on the court thinking I was going to beat him. My opponent, 6-0, 6-0, straight sets in about 45 minutes. After a 4-hour match, I can say that it came down to a third set tiebreaker of a score of 11-9. It was close, very close, almost to the point that I lost. If I would not have played with the head correctly, I would not be standing here today as a state champion. With both of my coaches in mind at the tournament, I knew that I could win. But every time I lost a point, I knew I had a voice in my head saying, Nathan, you can do better. You can play to your potential. Don't give up and go for the net. It was Coach Danielle and Coach Turner. Through a small hole in the fence that was only the size of your hand, I saw Coach Danielle smiling, cheering me on, and knowing that I could win. After 4 hours, she never moved. Coach Turner by her side, I had the support, dedication, and devotion from my coaches. It was love. They taught me how to be respectful and to be appreciative of what I have. But also my teammates were there with me. Knowing that I had the potential, they watched me for the 4 hours and never once moved. I want to say thank you to them as well. But my coaches is the most important thing to me. They are the reason that I'm standing here today. Without them, I would never made it out of district. Without the long trips, the team dinners, the early mornings, none of it would have ever meant a thing to me without the love, the caringness, and the compassion that my coaches showed towards me every day I walk on the court. Whether for a tournament, for play, they always know that I can do the greatest I can be. That being said, I want to say thank you to my coaches. They are the true reason that I'm a champion. I stand in front of you thinking that without them, I would be nothing. I wouldn't even be play tennis. Because it started when I was only 3 years old. They were there for me. They were the first people to put a racket in my hands. And I'm glad to say 13 years later, they're still here with me, coaching me along and watching through the fence, on the court and off the court.